My name is David. I grew up in a small town near a quiet river. The town was simple and peaceful. Our house was small, but it was always warm with love. I lived with my father, my mother, and my grandmother. My father worked very hard. He was a mechanic every morning. He left the house early. His hands were always covered with oil and dust. But when he came home, he always smiled at us. My mother was a gentle woman. She stayed at home and took care of the family. She cooked delicious meals. She told beautiful stories. But the person I loved the most when I was a child was my grandmother. She had silver hair and kind eyes. She often sat near the window and told stories about the past. I liked to sit beside her and listen when I was about 8 years old. My mother asked me a strange question. It was a quiet afternoon. The sun came softly through the window. My mother was washing vegetables in the kitchen. I sat at the table doing my homework. Suddenly she asked, "David, my dear, which part of the body is the most important?" I stopped writing. I thought about the question. I was a curious child. I liked to answer questions. After thinking for a moment, I said proudly, "The ears are the most important part." My mother smiled and asked, "Why do you think so?" "Because we must hear," I said. "We hear music. We hear people speaking. We hear warnings." But my mother gently shook her head. "That is not the answer, my dear," she said softly. "There are many people in the world who cannot hear. Please think about it again." I felt a little surprised, but I was also curious. I wanted to find the correct answer. So, I began to think about the question many times. A few years later, my mother asked me the same question again. This time I was older. I believed my answer would be correct. "The eyes are the most important," I said, "because people need to see the world. We see our family. We see beautiful things." My mother looked at me with love. "You have learned many things," she said, "but your answer is still not correct. There are many people who cannot see. They still live full and meaningful lives." I felt confused. What could be the answer? I asked her many times to tell me, but she only smiled. "Keep thinking," she said. "You will understand one day." Years passed. I grew older. Life in our family was simple. My father worked every day. My mother cared for the house. My grandmother became weaker each year. She walked slowly. Sometimes she forgot small things, but she always remembered my name. One evening, she called me to sit beside her. "David," she said quietly, "you are growing into a good young man." I smiled. "I learned from you, Grandma," I said. She laughed softly. "No," she said, "you learned from your parents." Then she held my hand. Her hands were warm but weak. "Always be kind," she said. "Kindness is the most beautiful thing in the world." I did not know that those would be the last words she spoke to me. In the year 1991, something sadness happened. My grandmother became very sick one afternoon. My father received a phone call. I saw his face change. He looked worried. My mother stood beside him. "What happened?" she asked. My father spoke slowly. "Mother is in the hospital. We must go." But the hospital was far away. It was in another town, about 26 miles from our home. It was already evening. The sky was dark. Rain began to fall. My parents left quickly on a motorbike. I stayed behind for a short time, but my heart felt restless. I wanted to see my grandmother. So I took my bicycle. The rain became heavier. The road was long and difficult, but I kept riding. Tears ran down my face. I did not know if the rain or my tears made my face wet. I only knew that I must go faster. The wind was strong. The night was dark, but my heart pushed me forward. Finally, after a long ride, I arrived at the hospital. I parked my bicycle and ran inside. My clothes were wet. My hands were shaking. I looked for my parents. Then I saw them. My father stood in the hallway. His head rested on my mother's shoulder. He was crying. I had never seen my father cry before. Not once in my life. But now he cried like a child at that moment. I understood something terrible. I walked slowly toward them. My mother saw me first. Her eyes were full of tears. She held my hand. "David," she whispered, "you came." I could not speak. My voice disappeared. Finally, I asked, "Grandma?" My mother gently shook her head. "You were too late," she said softly. My heart broke. I began to cry. The hospital felt very quiet later. We brought my grandmother back to our hometown. The funeral took place the next day. Many people came. They brought flowers. They shared stories about her kindness. Everyone cried. My grandmother had helped many people in her life. After the ceremony, people slowly returned home. The sun began to set. The sky became orange. I sat alone under a tree near the cemetery. My heart felt heavy. My mother came and sat beside me. She placed her hand on my shoulder. Then she asked quietly, "David, do you remember my question?" I looked at her with surprise. The question? I asked. "Yes," she said. "Which part of the body is the most important?" I felt confused. Why ask this question now? This was not a game anymore, but my mother looked at me gently. She seemed calm. I shook my head. "I still don't know the answer," I said. My mother smiled softly. "My son," she said, "the most important part of the body is your shoulder." I looked at her with surprise. I asked, "Is it because it holds my head?" My mother shook her head. "No," she said. "It is because that is where someone you love can lean when they cry." Her voice was calm, but full of emotion. "Everyone needs a shoulder in life," She continued, "When people feel pain, they need someone beside them. When they cry, they need a shoulder to rest on." I remembered something. At the hospital, my father cried on my mother's shoulder. My mother continued speaking, "I hope you will always have people who love you. I hope you will have friends. I hope you will give your shoulder to others when they need it. And I hope, when you cry, someone will give their shoulder to you." At that moment, I finally understood. The most important part of our body is not the part that serves ourselves. It is the part that helps others, the part that shows love, the part that shares pain. Since that day, I try to remember my mother's lesson. Life is not only about success. Life is not only about money. Life is about people. Life is about kindness. Sometimes someone only needs a simple thing, a listening ear, a kind word, or a shoulder to cry on. Years later, I still remember that evening. And whenever someone I love feels sad, I say quietly, "You can lean on my shoulder."